guys, I'm back, and here you can see I am doing the feral cat uh, specialization talents for today, and here are the core abilities that you get. Instead of 4 you get 5. As you can tell, you still get Mangle, hit your enemy very hard, gaining 1 combo point. It's 35 energy and it's instant. You also get Rake, which is also another instant. Hit your enemy, causing them to bleed and give you 1 combo point. You do not need to rake again as long as the target is bleeding. Deals more damage than Claw, best used by keeping it active on your enemy at all times. Rip. 30 energy, instant. Finishing move that causes bleed damage over time. Damage increase per combo point and by your attack power. 1 point, 3,672 damage over 16 seconds. 2 points, 6,424 damage over 16 seconds. 3 points, 9,176 damage over 16 seconds. 4 points, 11,928 damage over 16 seconds. 5 points, 14,680 damage over 16 seconds. Each time you shred or mangle the target while in cat form, the duration of your rip on the target is extended by 2 seconds up to a maximum of 6 seconds. That's actually pretty good, because if I remember correctly, Rip did not get a restack if you hit Mangle or Shred. Shred is 40 energy and it's instant. Shred the target, causing 370% damage plus 207 on the target. Must be behind the target, awards 1 combo point, deals 20% additional damage against bleeding targets. And finally you get Savage Roar. It's 25 energy. Finishing move that increases physical damage done by 30%, lasts longer per combo point. 1 point, 18 seconds. 2 points, 24 seconds. 3 points, 30 seconds. 4 points, 36 seconds. 5 points, 42 seconds. Alright, since that was the core ability breakdown, let's switch it over to talents, and you can see that they're pretty much the same as the bear talents are. You get 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, and 90. At 15 you get feline swiftness, increase your movement speed by 15%. Displacer Beast, instant 3-minute cooldown, teleports forward 20 yards. Best used to escape and flee from melee attackers. And Wild Charge, grants a movement ability that varies by shapeshift form, 15-second cooldown. Non-shapeshift, flies to an ally position. Bear form, charge to an enemy, immobilizing them for 4 seconds. Cat form, leap behind an enemy, dazing them for 3 seconds. Moonkin form, bound backwards. Travel form, leap forward 20 yards. Aquatic form, increases the swim speed by an additional 200% for 5 seconds. So, since I'm not going to be PvPing, I'm going to be PvE Feral Kitty, I'm going to choose Wild Charge. At level 30, you get Nature Swiftness. When activated, your next Cyclone, Entangling Roots, Healing Touch, Hibernate, Nourish, Rebirth, or Regrowth becomes instant, free, and castable in all forms. The healing duration of the spell is increased by 50%. You also get Renewal, which is instant 2-minute cooldown. Instantly heals the druid for 30% of the maximum health, usable in all shapeshift forms. Cenarian Ward, instant cast, 40-yard range, 30-second cooldown. Protects a friendly target, causing any damage taken to heal the target for 8,734 every 2 seconds for 6 seconds. Gaining the healing effect consumes the Cenarian ward, usable in all shapeshift forms, lasts 30 seconds. I'm gonna pick Renewal again, because cats kinda do take a decent bit of damage in raids. 45, you get Fairy Swarm, grants improved version of Fairy Fire that also reduces the target's movement speed by 50% for 15 seconds. This talent replaces Fairy Fire. As it shows, it's still the same. Mass Entanglement, reach targets in place for 20 seconds and spreads to additional nearby enemies. Affects 5 total targets. Damage caused may interrupt the effect. Usable in all shapeshift form. It's an instant 30-yard range, 2-minute cooldown. Typhoon, instant 20-second cooldown. Summons a violent typhoon that strikes targets in front of the caster within 30 yards, knocking them back and dazing them for 6 seconds. Usable in all shapeshift forms. This again, I'm going probably with Fairy Swarm. 60, Soul of the Forest. Asena's Blessing grants a benefit which varies in your combat specialization. Balance, when lunar eclipse ends, you gain 20 solar energy, and when solar eclipse ends, you gain 20 lunar energy. Feral, your finishing moves grant 2 energy per combo point. Guardian, Mangle now generates an additional 2 rage. Restoration, you gain 50% haste for the next spell when you cast Swift Mend. Incarnation, instant 3-minute cooldown. Activates a superior shapeshifting form appropriate to your specialization for 30 seconds. You may freely shapeshift in and out of this form for its duration. Balance, Chosen of Elune. Improved Mookin form that grants 25% increased arcane and nature damage while Eclipse is active. Feral, King of the Jungle. Improved cat form that allows the use of ability which normally requires stealth and allows use of prowl while in combat. Guardian, Son of Ursoc. Improved bear form that reduces the cooldown of melee damage abilities and growl by 1.5 seconds. Restoration, Tree of Life. Tree of Life form that increases healing done by 15%, increases the armor by 120%, and enhances Life Bloom, Wild Growth, Regrowth, Entangling Roots, and Wrath spellcasts. Force of Nature, 40-yard range, instant 3-minute cooldown. Summons 3 Trents to assist in the druid's current combat role for 1 minute. Trent capabilities vary by specialization. Usable in all shapeshift forms. Now, I'm going to switch it up a little bit with the Guardian tank. I usually do Incarnation, but for Feral cat form, I'm going to pick Soul of the Forest. 75, you get Disorienting Roar. It's instant 30-second cooldown. Invokes the Spirit of Ursoc to roar, disorienting all enemies within 10 yards for 3 seconds. Any damage caused will remove the effect, usable in all shapeshift forms. Ursul's Vortex, 30-yard range, instant 30-second cooldown. Conjures a vortex of wind at the destination location that reduces the movement speed of all enemies within 8 yards by 50%. The first time an enemy attempts to leave the vortex, winds will pull the enemy back to its center. Lasts 15 seconds, usable in all shapeshift forms. Now, you finally get Mighty Bash. It's an instant 50-second cooldown. Invokes the Spirit of Ursoc to stun the target for 5 seconds. Usable in all shapeshift forms. Now, 75, I'm going to pick Ursul's Vortex. And I'm going to go through the level 90 talents. At level 90, you get Heart of the Wild, which is an instant 6-minute cooldown, 40-yard range. Dramatically improves the druid's ability to serve combat roles outside of normal specializations for 45 seconds. Balance. Healing spells generate lunar and solar energy and benefit from lunar and solar eclipse. While in bear form, grants an additional agility and armor and reduces the chance you'll be critically hit by melee attacks. Feral. Regenerates mana every second and increases the damage done by your spells. While in bear form, grants an additional armor and reduces the chance you'll be critically hit by melee attacks. Guardian. Grants an additional intellect, regenerates mana every second, increases the damage done by your spells, and allows rejuvenation to be cast while shapeshifted. Restoration. Grants an additional intellect, hit chance, and expertise, while in bear form, grants an additional armor and reduces the chance you'll be critically hit by melee attacks. In addition, increases the damage done by your spells, and damage spells cost no mana. Then you have Dream of Stenarius. Wrath, Starfire, Star Surge, and melee abilities increase the healing done by your next healing spell by 30%. Non-instant casts of Nourish, Healing Touch, and Regrowth increase the damage done by your next damaging spell or ability by 30%. Each of these bonuses lasts 30 seconds and cannot be gained more often than once every 30 seconds. And then you get Disentanglement. Shape-shifting now removes roots. In addition, shifting into a form heals the druid up for 15% maximum health. Healing is proportional to time elapsed since this effect was last triggered, reaching its maximum after 60 seconds. This actually is pretty good for PvP if you guys like feral PvP. At the moment, I haven't really found one that really would suit for a DPS feral for raiding at the moment. But I mean, I could be wrong. But so right now, that's the 3 for level 90. But once level 90 comes out, I will be testing them all. But I'm thinking I will actually go with Heart of the Wild. That seems pretty decent, even though I probably wouldn't be tanking or trying to heal. Maybe I'll throw some off heals or something. But let's learn that, and then go to Glyphs that I have currently used or using. Now let's get yes. Okay. Now you get the Glyph of Cat form. Increases the healing done to you by 20% while in cat form. That's actually a very good one to get, especially when you're raiding and have multiple massive AoE damage going out. Glyph of Survival Instincts reduces the cooldown of Survival Instincts by 60%, but 60 seconds, but reduces the duration by 50%. Glyph of Shred. While Berserk or Tiger's Fury is activated, Shred and Ravage have no positional requirement. This is a very good one because that's the main ability you want to be using. I know a lot of people say, oh, you don't have to worry about it because you can just use Mangle. I mean, I know a couple mango bots, but shred is the main thing that should be on your your abilities, your used abilities should be shred, and then it should be your bleeds, and then mangle. Mangle should only be used just to keep your bleeds ticking harder, and then it should continuously be shred. Um, and that's a little bit of a breakdown of kitty DPS, really. Um, you got a 2-for-1 there. And then you get Glyph of the Stag. Well, these ones are actually pretty much whatever. But I got Glyph of the Stag, and your travel form now appears as a stag and can be used as a mount by party members. And then I also got Glyph of Grace. Feline's Grace reduces falling damage even while not in cat form. So, let's see. I can show you this one, because, let's see, where can I go? Now I'm gonna jump off. See, I get no damage, watch. I can jump off here, and I get no damage. So, if you notice, that's what the glyph does. So, if you have any other questions about Feral, both tank and cat form, please leave them in the comments below, and I will be sure to answer them. If you are missing something, or you want to know more about certain thing that's in the beta, put it down below in the comments, and I will get to it, and I will give you that answer in either another video, or I will personally answer your comment down below.